Manchester United once again dropped points at home on Saturday. Burnley came from behind to earn a 1-1 draw. United booed off full time. Sue, how damaging is this for the players, but I guess more importantly for Erik ten Hag?
Yeah, you absolutely don't want that. You want the support of your fans, and I think they have been supportive. You know, they've tried to sort of stay with them, and you know they've understood that there has been injuries and things that Ten Hag's had to deal with. I think what they did last season, the expectation was then set that this season they were going to progress, and I think they're probably just fed up. You know, drawing to a team that's struggling in relegation, they weren't happy with this, so didn't really help either. But again, we're just seeing moments of quality that are winning them games, whether that's Bruno Fernandes, whether that's Anthony scoring the goal, or we're seeing that rather than this style, this identity that we thought that we would see. And I know Ten Hag would come out and say, well, I can't play this style because I've had injuries, I've had players out through a long period of time, but other teams have had that. So we're not seeing the style that maybe we see with a Manchester City or a Liverpool or an Arsenal or whoever you sort of want to say. They have played the majority of the season without a left back, an actual identifiable left back. So they would be the arguments that he would give. But on the whole, I'm not seeing any real progression under Ten Hag, and I think the fans are probably just frustrated at this moment in time. Erik
ten Hag is, though. He says they're one of the most dynamic and entertaining teams in the Premier League at the moment. Do you agree, Steve?
No.
OK.
I don't see it. I don't see it at all. I think what we're seeing at the moment is that I turn in and watch Manchester United because I know it's going to be end-to-end. And I know it's going to be an open game, and it will be quite entertaining.
Isn't that the definition of it?
No, but they're not dynamic. You could literally drive a bus through the middle of them. They're so easy to play against. Yeah. That's why they're entertaining to watch, because you're thinking they could do anything. They can concede goals through almost looking like they're in control, and then they have massive lapses of concentration. They do have moments, like Sue says, where you get a little bit of magic from Fernandes or Garnacho or Rashford, but it's very few and far between. Burnley were the better team the other day. I mean, he came out after the game and said, we dominated the game. You absolutely didn't. I think there was around about 46 chances or shots on goal in the game. And I think 17 of them were from Burnley. That's not dominating a game. Dominating a game is having 20 shots on goal and the opposition having one, if you're lucky. That's dominating a game. They have 53% possession in the game. That's not dominating. So he's trying to spin a narrative to the outside people of Old Trafford. So people around the world who tune in to listen to his interview and they go, whoa, we were unlucky then, we must have played well. But anyone who's watched that game, and I think what he forgets is that people around the world have access to the games outside of the UK, so people can watch their games at 3 o'clock, and they're all watching it going.
Manchester United should swoop for Marcus Thuram as replacement for Anthony Martial. Manchester United should swoop for the signature of Marcus Thuram this summer, with Anthony Martial expected to leave on a free transfer. The Red Devils currently have Rasmus Højlund as their main man up front, but the Dane is still inexperienced at the top level and needs quality competition alongside him. Martial has failed to provide that with his persistent injury issues. He is currently recovering after a groin surgery and is widely expected to leave when his contract expires on June 30th. United will want an upgrade as a replacement, and in our opinion, they should swoop for Thuram, who has registered 14 goals and 13 assists since his free transfer to Inter Milan last summer. There has been an over-reliance on Højlund up front over the course of the campaign, with Martial unable to stay fit over an extended period of time. The Red Devils will want to lessen the workload of the Dane to avoid the prospect of injuries. He picked up a muscular issue this year when he was in a brilliant scoring run. Thuram was a potential target for United when he was with Borussia Mönchengladbach last year, but the Frenchman eventually chose to make the move to the Nerazzurri. He has enjoyed success playing in a front two alongside Lautaro Martinez. His tally of 27 goals from 43 outings is quite exceptional, but Inter may consider parting ways with him. The Nerazzurri's persistent financial issues could force Thuram's exit, as per Fichajes, and United could get in on the cheap by capitalizing on the Italian club's fragile situation. Thuram, who can also play on either wing, is valued at €60 million by Transfermarkt, but could be prized away for €40 million as Inter may have to balance their books by June 30th. Rafael Varane, Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Casemiro targeted by Saudi clubs for blockbuster moves. Manchester United have made it clear to the Saudi Pro League clubs that multiple players are available during the summer transfer window. According to reputed journalist Ben Jacobs, Al Ittihad and Al Nassr have shown interest in signing United defender Rafael Varane. The Saudi clubs are also targeting Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Casemiro. The Red Devils are planning a major overhaul this summer under new co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Varane's current deal with United will expire at the end of the season, while Wan-Bissaka has another year left in his contract. Casemiro has suffered a massive dip in form and could also head out the exit door this summer. It is no secret that not many clubs can afford the high wages that Varane and Casemiro earn at Old Trafford. United may want the former Real Madrid centre-back to extend his deal, but only on reduced terms. However, no progress has been made on that front, which signals that the two parties could part ways at the end of the campaign. Casemiro played a critical role last season to help United earn Champions League football and win the League Cup. However, the midfield general has been in poor form this season and is becoming a liability. A new holding midfielder is high on United's transfer shortlist. They will be hoping to sell Casemiro at a high price and use the funds to sign a younger replacement. A lucrative offer for Wan-Bissaka could also persuade the Red Devils to offload the former Crystal Palace man. Manchester United should avoid move for Crystal Palace ace Marc Guehi. Manchester United should avoid an approach for Crystal Palace defender Marc Guehi during this summer's transfer window. The Red Devils are likely to sign a marquee centre-back, with Raphael Varane anticipated to leave at the expiry of his contract in July. Jared Branthwaite and Gleison Bremer have been linked in recent months, but the Times claim that they are interested in Guehi. The 23-year-old has been touted to leave the Eagles this summer, and it is reported that he could cost around $55 million. Arsenal are also said to be interested in the Englishman, who is aiming to return from a knee injury before the season concludes. In our view, the club should avoid a move for Guehi. After his recent setback, United have had bad luck with injuries in the current campaign. Lisandro Martinez has been a huge miss, having picked up 3 separate setbacks. The Argentine missed the start of the season with a recurrence of his foot problem before picking up a knee injury on his return to action. The World Cup winner suffered up a calf issue on his comeback. He is anticipated to return before the FA Cup final against Manchester City. We believe United should keep this in mind when considering a deal for Guehi this summer. Mason Mount is another example in the United squad. He missed most of the second half of last season at Chelsea due to a pelvic concern. United still made a huge outlay to land his signature, and it has proved costly thus far. He has played only 693 minutes amid muscular injuries. Guehi had missed just 3 games with injuries prior to his surgery, but the Red Devils need to avoid spending big on him after his long layoff. Manchester United midfielder Scott McTominay provides injury update following Burnley blow. Manchester United midfielder Scott McTominay has taken to social media platform Instagram to provide an update following the injury he sustained against Burnley on Saturday. The Scotland international came on for Kobbie Mainoo in the 65th minute of the draw against the Clarets before picking up a knock which forced him out of action in the closing stages of the game, with Mason Mount replacing him. A scan has taken place today, and McTominay has good news for Man United fans, posting this message on Monday evening. It remains to be seen for how long the 27-year-old will be out, and manager Erik ten Hag will hope he will be available when they take on Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park next Monday. The midfielder has been one of the best players for the Red Devils this term, bagging 7 goals and an assist in 29 Premier League games. McTominay has also bagged 3 goals and an assist in 10 games across other competitions, and Man United need him for the remaining 5 games. While qualifying for the Champions League is off the table, the Old Trafford club are battling Newcastle United for the Europa League spot. They can also book a place in the competition by winning the FA Cup final against Manchester City, and having McTominay available will be a much-needed boost. The Scottish midfielder was strongly linked with an exit last summer but has established himself as a key player this season. He will be hoping to end the campaign on an impressive note by winning silverware.